Welcome to Talks with Dorks, or should I say, welcome to the on-air board meeting of the Board of Directors for TDW, our wrestling promotion. God help you all if you've left me and Laferde in charge.
Yeah, you lot asked for this, to be fair.
I mean, first it's the first time me and you have been together solo for a hot minute. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright. I got a slight fracture in my leg, so it's all not ideal. But good job I'm not an in-ring competitor, innit?
I was wondering if you were going to mention that. Do you want to go through the how the leg got fractured?
This is the quickest story ever. I've been getting like electric shock type pains when I've been walking and that. Finally went and got it looked at and x-rayed and all that, and there's like, oh yeah, you've got like a small hairline fracture. It's literally like the size of a staple. Basically, I don't know how I've done it because it's been there a while. So I think I'm in my second week now of not doing anything like strenuous. Obviously, you can do normal walking, but no football, no hiking, no walks.
I was going to ask, so it's not related to the football update that we had the other day.
Football update? What was that?
Didn't you injure yourself from kicking the ball at recent football practice?
Yeah, so that's it might be related to that.
Yeah, it's probably for the best that we're the board, mate. Let's not get us in the ring anytime soon.
The annoying thing is, if I'd have gone at the time of when it started to hurt, been able to pinpoint when it was, because it's been a while, it's a bit tough.
Oh god!
But I'm not on crutches or anything, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, to be fair, absolutely. I mean, I've genuinely got no words for it.
Honestly, mate, it's beyond annoying now. I had 3 months off from football with an injury to my side. Went back, and then a couple of weeks later, this has happened.
Keep him on the sub bench.
Yeah, it's a good job my car's got cruise control.
But other than leaning to one side, you doing all right though?
Leaning to one side, I'm just a counterweight now. yeah. No, to be, yeah, I'm alright, man. It's just one of them things that you can't help it. It's just life. Besides, if I give up anyway, it's you running things on your own, mate.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, yeah, for anyone who's not been keeping up to date with the whole wrestling side of things here at Talks with Dorks and Talk Dork Wrestling, myself, Laferde, and Ryan are the 3 board of directors members for TDW. We do all the behind the scenes stuff, all the booking of the shows, all the talent management, all of that side of things. But from our last show, Ryan somehow ended up unexpectedly competing in the number 1 contenders championship rumble that we were running as a result of Caro, our entry number 10, getting laid out and being unable to compete. We needed an extra guy, and after Fizz of Fizz Talks Wrestling of all people decided to throw his hat in the ring and lasted a grand total of 5 seconds without even making it to the ring, a decision was made. The third played Ryan's music from his old Super Relic days. We had no one else. Ryan in the ring. And yeah, managed to win the thing, which means Ryan is now challenging for the championship at our next show, Slam by Me. And rightly so, has reclused himself from any management responsibilities while he prepares for that match. And it leaves me and Laferde in charge of all of the organising of this next show while Ryan focuses on that match.
You know what though, right? If you think about it this way, in that moment when we needed a 10th entrant to the Rumble, I think the crisis management that I displayed shows why it should be left to me and you.
I will give you some credit, mate. I mean, we were panicking, perhaps rightly so.
Where are you going to find someone? We already tried the replacement and that didn't work. So
yeah, I mean, you were cool as a cucumber with walking up to the desk and saying, "Guys, I've got an idea." And
I was really hoping that it'd be him getting bounced off the canvas by Mordecai after I seen him do the Garrow.
He did. I mean, the literal first thing that happened is he ran into a clothesline from Mordecai Shaw. I mean, I do feel bad for Sean Caro, though. Never even made it to the match. And I think we do need to have a chat with him at some point about, what his role at Slam by Me might look like, because I feel bad for the guy. There's an argument to say that, the only reason he's not even on that card as it stands is because of something that wasn't his fault. He never made it to the ring. He was never even had a chance to book his ticket. So, yeah, I don't know what that might look like just yet, but I do want to get Sean Caro, if you're listening, I'd like to get you on the pod. Or at the very least, I'd like to get you on a call if you can't make it on the podcast so we can talk about what next. Because, yeah, if I was you, I'd be understandably annoyed. And I want to make sure that, you get, if not that title match, you get something to give yourself a good showing and give yourself that payday at Slam by Me as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even call it a debut to forget. He didn't even get a chance to debut.
Yeah, I wish he could forget.
If anything, he made a memorable impression.
Oh yeah, on the ring mat.
On the floor, yeah.
On the apron, on the stage.
And to be honest, I'm glad it was him receiving that and not us. Like, as horrible as this may sound, I'm glad it's someone else and not me. Like, we've just proven how brittle I am. Mordecai could just look at me and I'll end up in hospital.
Yeah. I mean, you've had your fair of physicalness anyway from the previous show when the former TDW roster member that is Parky dragged you into the ring, and that became a whole thing, which thankfully line drawn under that on the last show.
I would like to say that I came out from that in a winning position. We are Parky free.
I mean, yeah. You still have your role as board member.
If anything, I've been promoted now to 50% of the board.
I know. And with that in mind, let's talk about what Slam by Me is looking like so far, because if you've been paying attention, there are already 3 matches confirmed for the Slam by Me card. There are a couple of others that are already locked in that we're going to be announcing very soon. And then a lot of stuff that is still up in the air. First and foremost, obviously the big one. Main event for that TDW Men's Championship is going to be competed to determine our first ever champion between Sir Ryan Matthews, the winner of the King of the Skies tournament at Danger Zone, versus our very own Ryan, Super Relic himself, who, might not have been expecting to be in that Rumble, let alone win it, but win it he did, and it is now. And I love the way this works out. Ryan versus Ryan. I can just see the t-shirts. Ryan versus Ryan for the TDW Men's Championship at Slam by Me. Speaking of t-shirts, by the way, worth a mention, if you book your tickets for Slam by Me on the Eventbrite link will be down in the description at the bottom of the video on YouTube. If you book your tickets, you can get your t-shirts for Slam by Me ordered now. You can buy them individually if you so wish. There is both the TDW t-shirt, which is basically this on a nice black t-shirt, which you've probably seen us all representing and wearing on episodes of the podcast before. And you can also see the design for the event t-shirt for Slam by Me, which I'm going to say might actually be my favourite t-shirt design that we've done.
Oh, okay. I like the Danger Zone one. I like the colour.
Or the glasses.
It's the colour more than anything. Like I'm not a black t-shirt sort of guy. I'm not gonna lie. So black colour.
I thought it was just because we're getting a bit of glasses representation on the Danger Zone one.
Yeah. I might get. You know what? I might make use of my board membership and abuse my power and get custom made ones just for me.
Just lobby to get the Slam by Me shirt colour changed.
Just think though, like down the line, if we ever do like a Survivor Series style thing, like Team Laferde can have its own colour and its own brand, it'd be great.
Oh, the power has gone to his head already. But yeah, you can get those t-shirts.
Medication.
Pick one. But you can get those t-shirts ordered individually on the add-ons section of the Eventbrite link where you book your tickets. But you can also save yourself a bit of money by doing a ticket and t-shirt combo. If you look at the ticket options, you got your child's tickets, your adult's tickets, but a bit further down is the ticket and t-shirt combos, where, long story short, it basically works out that the overall cost that you pay for ticket and t-shirt together, if you buy that one, it basically works out that you save yourself, I think, about $5 on the t-shirts. Compared to if you were buying it separately. So you can get that pre-ordered for the show now if you so wish, and why wouldn't you? And if you need my convincing, just click the link anyway, check out the designs, and you will want to buy one.
Kurt's very happy with his designs, you can tell.
I'm very happy with the designs. I say it's my favourite one that we've designed. It's me. I designed the t-shirt. I'm going to plug it as much as I can.
To be fair, Kurt does do the design for the t-shirts and that. I want to vote on the colour of t-shirts for Danger Zone. That's about it. That's as much input as I get.
And you know what? I'm glad that you pushed for it, because I was very much lobbying for black, but I do think it looked better in the blue.
It did. It's just a bolder, standout colour.
Yeah, I'm very glad you won that argument, 100%. So, yes, Ryan versus Ryan is the main event for Slam by Me. I am very invested in this, and that's just not because our boy's in it, but our boy, the oldest member of the podcast.
Old boys in it.
Oh,
Bald boys in it. Oh my god, we could go on forever.
do we mention the fact that he turns 40 soon? Yeah. And the knowledge that he will see this is what's fueling me at the moment. But I mean, yeah, I'm very invested in this, not just because Al Ryan is in this, but I know this is going to be a great match. I mean, Ryan Matthews, the man has so many accolades to his name already. I mean, just from the 3 matches he's had at TDW, like, you know what that man can do. He is main event caliber easily. I think if we were talking months ago about, oh, you know, we're booking this tournament, who can we see as, you know, possibly a potential champion?
Yeah.
Yeah, who do we feel like would look good with that belt around them? There were a few names that came up, and Ryan Matthews was one of them.
It was.
And also, that being said, Super Relic. He might have been out the game for, let's call it 7 years. He's had 1 match officially since his retirement 7 years ago. And even then, that was probably unexpected. Yeah. That was RJ Singh kind of closing his own open challenge and just laying it out to Ryan instead at our first ever show. And yeah, Ryan had, a grand total of 30 minutes to prepare for that?
You know what works quite well in his favour this time around is he can prepare for it.
He's got more prep time this time, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might only be his second official match, 3rd if you count the Rumble, in 7 years, but he's had more prep time. I know that he's been training. I know he's been hitting that training hard as well.
Yeah.
And let's not skirt around the fact that, yeah, 7 years out of the game might be something that might make you confident if you're Ryan Matthews. But let's not forget how long Ryan was in the game for before he retired.
Yeah, there were things that I'm going to go calling him Relic because I'm going to confuse myself here. There were things that Relic can do and know that Ryan would never have experienced so far in his own career.
Absolutely. You can argue in favour of Rust, but you can't argue against the experience.
Oh my god, I hope the crowd chant Rusty Relic.
Get
a t-shirt design made after this recording.
Oh, don't. My brain is going to be spinning when it comes to the merch. So yeah, Ryan versus Ryan, I'm very much looking forward to this. Again, we're going to be crowning our first ever champion. It's going to be a good match, I know. And yeah, I think staying as objective as possible, I feel like either way that this could go, I'm not going to be mad about it either way. I'm sure if you ask anyone, they'll have a personal investment one way or another who they'd rather see here. But looking from a business standpoint, yeah, I mean, would it be awesome to be able to say that, yeah, Super Relic finally wins a top championship, that he gets to do it, you know, in front of a hometown crowd, in front of his son, who I know will be in the crowd as well. That'll be awesome. And on a purely selfish level, yeah, you know, get in the ring and celebrate with our fellow dork. But then again, you have Ryan Matthews, who again, 100% is championship caliber material. I can see that man with that belt around him, and he will give an element of prestige to that belt as well. So one way or another, from a purely business standpoint, I am very interested, very invested as well, and not actually that offended either way that this could come out. I think I'd be happy with either from a business perspective.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, like with Relic, on a personal level, you think, yes, it's our boy, he's going to do it. But I'm not going to lie, if he lost,
you never let him forget it.
I'll never forget anyway. Would it be the end of Relic? But if he won it, you know what his ego is going to be like.
Oh, that is cool, isn't it?
He's never going to shut up about it. But then on the other,
you act like Ryan Matthews isn't going to lord it over and gloat as well. Like, he will.
Yeah, but
we don't have to do a podcast with Ryan Matthews.
Yeah, I don't know, but then with Ryan Matthews, like, he's the sort of guy that you want to be the representative of your first ever champion. Like, he's that caliber.
Yeah, again, I feel like I'd be happy either way. But yeah, I don't want to hype up the match too much because spoiler alert for future episode of the podcast, I'm going to be getting the two of them on. Yeah, for the first time possibly ever, I think. Ryan S, aka Super Relic, aka our Ryan the Dork, is going to be a guest on this podcast rather than a host, as I get him and Ryan Matthews on to have a bit of a face-to-face ahead of their match. That is going to come very soon, possibly even the next episode that you see. But let's move on to the other matches that have been announced so far.
Yes.
Last week, we announced the triple threat match. Well, it wasn't expected to be a triple threat up until about 30 seconds before we pressed record. It was always going to be Johnny Royal, fresh off of defending his career at our last show, looking to prove that he is here to stay and that he deserves his place on the TDW roster. And what a way to do it than having a marquee match against a man making his TDW debut, but has very much carved out his own reputation amongst the independents. And we love the fact that he is the retro dude. And of course, we're all about nostalgia with our shows. Slam by Me, Danger Zone, Back in Time, Never Say Die. Always think about classic 80s movies. So I love the fact that we got the retro dude, Rudy Root, facing Johnny Royal. I was happy with that on its own. And then Ryan couldn't quite resist the urge. I know he's stepping away from board responsibilities, but he couldn't resist the urge. He couldn't resist the urge to make a call. And I'm kind of glad that he did. Because how do you make that match more interesting? You throw a spanner in the works. Or, as I put it, you throw the whole bloody toolbox. Because Paul Robinson...
Not the goalkeeper.
Robbo, hell of a keeper.
Quality.
To be fair, I hope he's a keeper on the roster because I don't want that man to go anywhere anytime soon. We're hoping to get him locked down for the previous show, but unfortunately, due to injury, he was unable to make it. Better late than never. I'm glad Ryan made that call. I'm glad Ryan confirmed that he was A, recovered, and B, available to finally join the TDW roster. And neither Johnny nor Rudy were expecting it. I wasn't expecting it until about 2 minutes before the episode. Oh, that man got some fire in him. He got hot quickly, and as he said, he's not there to put on an amazing 5-star match. He's there for a fight.
Yeah, which I mean, I like that about bringing him in.
Yeah, and I think Rudy's gonna have, worst pun I'm ever gonna say, a bit of a rude awakening when it comes to joining the TDW roster, because what a welcome than now being in a triple threat match, and of course a triple threat means no rules. No DQs. And with a man who has made his reputation in hardcore matches in the form of Paul Robinson. Again, welcome to TDW, Rudy.
You know what I also feel, though? Like, with Johnny, obviously, I'm not even going to hide this. I wanted him to beat Parky. And Parky...
No, it never came up.
But, right, I just want to say this, Johnny. Us putting you in this match with these two, it's not a punishment for what you've done, because you've technically done me a favour getting rid of that idiot. But it's just how the cards have been dealt, mate. We're not trying to do anything to punish you by putting you against these two.
And to be fair, there's nothing on the line in this match other than the opportunity to prove yourself amongst two of the very best.
Exactly. Imagine being able to say you're the guy that got Parky and Preston sacked, and then you go in and beat these two.
Yeah, and the guy who beats Paul Robinson. Rudy. Imagine if that is an accolade in and of itself. And to be fair, the fact that this is now a no DQ triple threat match, if anything's playing to Johnny's strengths, because his last 2 matches with us have been, well, one actually was a no DQ, the tag match, and the other one might as well have been, because him and Parky brawled for about 15 minutes outside the ring before the bell even rang. So, I think Johnny's going to be right at home here.
Yeah, I might stay away from ringside this one.
Bold of you to assume it's going to stay near the ring.
Well, that's a good point, actually. I might just stay at home. I'm not going to Slam by Me, everybody. Don't worry.
I don't think anyone's safe with that one. And that leads us on to the third match, which has been announced so far. And this one, if you've not been following us on the socials, specifically on our Instagram, I believe there's clips of this on our TikTok as well, but it's not actually been discussed on the podcast yet. But we can confirm it is official. Because someone has taken notice of what we've been doing here at TDW, and more specifically what one particular man at TDW has been doing. The man who's been taken notice of is the rebellious rocker, Will Tyrrell, who, yeah, understandably so. I mean, it's no secret here that we love Will. It's no secret, definitely, that the crowd has very much got behind Will as well.
Will.
Absolutely. I mean, he had a really good showing at Danger Zone. Came this close to beating Ryan Matthews to secure his spot in the championship match. The back gave out at the last minute and Ryan Matthews would capitalise, pick the bones, but it was so close. He was lining up for that one more big rocket kick that he delivers, and I think that would have done it. And yeah, the crowd standing ovation for him. Everyone loves singing along to his theme song as well, if anything.
It's very catchy.
Yeah, and I don't want to take anything away from the man in ring, because the man can absolutely go. I mean, he
flies
some
about,
amazing showings. He flies around the ring, he flies over the ropes, everything. I mean, but yeah, I feel like, I think people are so invested just in his entrance, just the aura that he gives off and how involved he gets everyone there, that it's easy to forget how good that guy is between the ropes as well, until the bell rings, and then he very much reminds you. And yeah, someone's taken notice and took the opportunity on his own socials to call him out. Will Tyrrell was called out by one Tate Mayfairs. Now, if that name means nothing to you, you're banned from the podcast. I mean, how dare you? But let's put it this way. Tate Mayfairs. I mentioned Robbo, Paul Robinson, as being a legend of British wrestling. I'm going to put Tate in a very similar category. Tate Mayfairs has been absolutely tearing it up left, right and centre for a number of years at this point. You might remember him from a number of different promotions. Among other things, he made a name for himself in NXT UK as well. He is, quite frankly, amazing. In fact, let's use his own word. Tateness is greatness.
Oh, that could make a good t-shirt as well. Get it designed.
I'm pretty sure he's already got that merch. But Tate Mayfairs has taken notice of Will Tyrrell and very much called him out. And if I'm Will, I hear that call out and say, do you know what? Absolutely am I taking you up on that offer. And sure enough, within the space of about 24 hours, Will had posted his own response to that call out from Tate Mayfairs. And I am not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. We are booking that and making it official. Tate Mayfairs versus Will Tyrrell at Slam by Me. You might have guessed it already from the socials, but it is official. That match is definitely happening. What a marquee match. I cannot wait to see this.
We are killing it as board members here with these bookings. We didn't even need a third person.
Well, to be fair, talk about us being board members and Ryan being Ryan being away from the board and away from management responsibilities so we can focus on the match. Yeah, there has been a bit of a reshuffle as far as the responsibilities for Slam by Me, at the very least. Because
yes, there is.
Ryan, in his board member capacity, again, we do the management side of things, we do the organisational side of things, but on the day, other than backstage management, we have our own rules. I'm usually the ring announcer. Ryan is usually on the production side of things, queuing up music, making sure that everything runs smoothly on that front there. Laferde is our backstage man. But with Ryan prepping for the match, he's not in the production booth. And therefore, we had to have a think. Now, I've got as much of a handle on the production side of things as Ryan does. We've both got very similar backgrounds in terms of, you know, the media and the DJing and the production and stuff like that. So I'm stepping into the booth for the Stand By Me, which means we needed a new ring announcer. And I think it's only fair that we take the opportunity to announce who the special guest ring announcer for
he's
Stand By
definitely
Me
special.
is going to be. He's mad, is what he is.
He will be when he sees this.
If anything, the fact that he's a ring announcer means that he's going to resist the urge to try and mix it up with the wrestlers like he's done at the last couple of shows. Because back in time, He was a special guest referee, and then after the match, decides that him and Jimmy V are going to make really good friends. That lasted about 30 seconds before, he was reminded very quickly of who the hell Jimmy V is when he clotheslined him in the middle of the ring. Then at Danger Zone, this is the guy who, when we needed a replacement wrestler, and I cannot stress this enough, this man is not a trained wrestler, he's a content creator. He goes, do you know what? I've taken a clothesline. I think I can get involved in a 10-man rumble. Yeah, enters the ring. Well, tries to. Gets about as far as the ring apron before Mordecai Shaw absolutely flattens him. And at this point, I would like to say that if Mordecai Shaw ends up getting booked for Slam by Me, this man might want to reassess his decision to be our special guest ring announcer, because he's going to be right in the middle of the ring as Mordecai makes his way to the ring, if that's the case.
I think we should just get security to make sure he stays in the ring.
So, you might have already put two and two together. But yes, our special guest ring announcer for Slam by Me is Fizz off of Fizz Talks Wrestling. He's going to be a vibe, if nothing else.
He's definitely got the charisma.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Fizz's announcing style as well. But again, the man knows how to work a crowd at the very least, and he does. He's got a personality. So,
like you were worried about who was going to take your role if you were to go sideways into the production side of things. But we did try to get another bald producer in the form of Pitbull, but he's just busy that day, so we couldn't do that. So we did try and match Ryan like for like.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, with when we're finding a new ring announcer. Oh, you're a bastard for bringing this up on the pod. I got annoyingly protective of it.
Kurt's like, no, I'll do both. I've got really long arms. Like, what are you on about?
I never planned on doing both. I never planned on doing both. I did that for a bit during the Rumble, and absolutely not. Never again.
Oh my god, we should have got Pitbull to be the announcer. He could just say Mr. Worldwide every time someone comes out.
But yeah, I got really protective of it because, like, I don't pretend to be like an amazing, Howard Finkel level announcer or anything like that. I'm not. But when we were talking about who we were going to be an announcer, I was like, no, it has to be a guy who, you have to be able to say it with chest. You have to be able to do this. I was getting really critiquey and
yeah, Moon, if you're listening, I did try to do it in your favour, mate, but it didn't work.
Oh yeah, turns out although I don't think I have an ego, I think that conversation very much proved that I might.
Yeah, it's understandable you're protective over it, isn't
it? Yeah. Cheers for backing me up on that.
No, it is. Like, you've done it for the last however many shows, so, like, obviously, not like you're passing the torch, but you want to make sure it's done to the same standard that you did it at. It's understandable.
I mean, we say that. I mean, for my first ever show, the literal first words out of my mouth, my voice cracks. Like, it's not exactly a high bar to clear.
Mate, the first show, I forgot what I was saying and started laughing at myself, so I wouldn't even worry about it.
I mean, to be fair, there's one thing I can say. I mean, because TDW, by the time this goes out, it'll be, the end of the first week of May, if not slightly later, depending on. So our first ever show was 31st of May. We're rapidly approaching 1 year of TDW, and, I don't want to stand here patting ourselves on the backs or acting like we're the most amazing thing to ever come across the British independent scene. No, we've still got a hell of a lot to learn.
So it's all right.
But we've still got a lot to learn, and yeah, but I would say, I mean, I think if you look at the first show versus the second show versus Danger Zone, and then with everything that we've already done for Slam by Me in terms of stuff that, dear listener or viewer, you've possibly not even seen yet because, we've made all the marketing stuff and the branding and some of the video packages and stuff like that will get drip fed out over the coming weeks. But I do feel like if you look at show 1 through to now, you can see, like, with each step, just like level up, like
definitely.
And again, we've still got a hell of a long way to go, I think. But like,
yeah, still a learning process for us.
Yeah, it is night and day if you look at show 1 versus now. And show 1 for me was magic. Like, I feel like there was such a vibe and an atmosphere there.
Best thing ever.
Oh yeah,
I remember driving home.
We left that show feeling like we'd done a WrestleMania.
Literally, me and Tony driving home. I don't think I've spoke so much in my life. I was bouncing ideas off at that guy at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's probably why we've never seen him since, actually.
So, yeah, I mean, TDW, we're approaching a year old at this point, and by the time of Slam by Me, we'll be over a year old. So yeah, we've had some amazing names so far, making both one-off appearances for us in the form of our Americans, who, very glad and very thankful for the fact that, if they were coming over to the UK and wrestling for the first time in the UK, that they chose us to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we've also got some guys who've been involved in every single show, and very much are now staples of the TDW roster. And again, even just having half an idea about some of the things that we've got planned for the remainder of the year, and obviously that could all change with the results at Slam by Me. But I wanted to take an opportunity to kind of have a bit of a, not planning meeting, because again, everything's still up in the air technically with, who's going to win at Slam by Me, who's going to this, that, or the other. We might be able to book the matches, but we don't have any control over that.
It's hard to plan for afterwards because you don't know about the results.
Exactly. Who's the champion going to be? Who's going to be getting momentum behind them? Who's going to be injured? Like, it's, you can't predict any of this stuff. Knowing our luck. But yeah, I wanted to do an element of sort of fantasy matches at the very least, in terms of guys. Let's start off with guys who are on the TDW roster who, no championships in the equation, no rivalries or anything like that, because that's unpredictable. But just guys who haven't had a chance to, tie it up in the ring just yet, who you'd like to see have a match. I can think of a few.
Yeah. Go on then, you reel one off, because I don't want to end up saying the same thing you're thinking of and stifle you.
It'll be great if we end up agreeing with this. You might have another confirmation that happens announcing on this podcast.
No, it's true.
But there's a few guys who I'd love to see. So, I mean, first and foremost, I at some point would love to see the 3 tag teams that I think have both the most in common and also the most history behind each other. So I would very much like to see a rematch between the Strong Dads and the Kings of the Ring, especially with what happened in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Sunset Skip, of course, is not clear as of yet. So he's recovering from his surgery. It's going to be a sooner rather than later, but he's not going to be clear in time for Slam by Me. So that match ain't going to happen. But very much still some unfinished business between them. And of course, they were our literal first match ever in TDW history. Before TDW was even a thing, that was our first ever match that we put on, was the Strong Dads versus the Kings of the Ring. And it was a great match. And since then, right up until the Rumble, they've kept themselves apart from each other. And as soon as Sunset Skip is clear to wrestle, I would love to see that renewed just over, hopefully not too far after the 1-year anniversary in an ideal world. Yeah. But if I wanted to throw another team into the mix that I'd love to see tussle, hey, maybe even it becomes a triple threat tag team match, is I think there is a lot in common between the Strong Dads and the tag team that ended up wrestling in our first ever main event in the form of the Pond Bros.
Yeah, okay.
And that's not just because they both have a family relation in their name. We got the Pond Dad. We got the Pond Dads. There you go. If they have a team together,
quadruple.
So, the Strong Dads and the Pond Bros. I mean, they both have a real connection with the crowd. They both, especially in the case of Old School Paul, who again, he does. Wrestled his very first match in his 40s. Both very much are advocates of that whole age is nothing but a number, and prove it in the ring, and also wrestle with their tongues firmly planted in their cheeks. And yeah, I'd love to see those guys mix it up a little bit. Maybe after the whole Kings of the Ring side of things is hopefully in their rearview mirror, regardless of who eventually comes up in that, as and when it happens. I would kind of like to see, even if it's just a friendly exhibition contest, I'd like to see the Strong Dads and the Pond Bros mix it up.
Yeah, definitely one for the crowd, that one as well. Like like you said, the interaction with the crowd that they do as well, especially with the entrance that the Pond Bros did.
Yeah, and speaking of the Kings of the Ring, fun enough, there's another match that I'd only like to see purely because I think they've got more in common in terms of both their ring style and also very much their whole character in a lot of ways as well. And I'd like to see these two guys mix up as well, which is the ruler of the ring, Richie, off of the Kings of the Ring, versus, you never know, the title might be in the equation at this point. I'd like to see Richie versus Ryan Matthews at some point.
Ooh, okay.
I think those are two people that are very much cut from the same cloth in more ways than one.
Yeah, there's very, very similar people.
Yeah, Sir Ryan Matthews, call him a knight if you will, versus the ruler of the ring. I like the royalty connection as well.
Yeah.
But
Make a whole theme about that.
But again, they've got similar in-ring styles. They've got similar personalities, similar presentation. I'd love to see who would come out on top between those two.
Yeah, you know what? I think that will be a match that doesn't end cleanly.
Of course not. 100% no. But then again, when both of them are deploying dirty tactics, does that cancel each other out?
Guess it depends how far one's willing to go compared to the other, doesn't it?
Yeah, very much. I mean, I've given my two that I'd like to see at some point in the future, definitely within the next year. But before we hit year 2 of TDW, I'd like to see those two matches happen. Purely because I just think it would be interesting and cool. But yeah, any that jump out at you?
So, right, I'm obviously still quite new to this whole wrestling world and everything, and my entire social media now is about British wrestling, comes up with all that sort of jazz. So I started following a few, and some of them don't wrestle for us. But I seen this scary looking one. I feel like she was called Annabelle. And I actually said to Neve, when I looked at her, I was like, that better not be themed after that doll from the film, because if they come anywhere near our shows, I won't be. But that being
she's
said,
got her own doll, don't you worry. I've seen Annabelle.
But the tag team, right, this is going to sound crazy, of her and Mordecai against
a
mixed gender tag.
I mean, this is very blue sky thinking, admittedly, because I've seen Annabelle, funny enough, as well, because she's wrestled the likes of Leia Elise, and I think she's wrestled Princess maybe before over in Bellatrix. They've definitely been on that same roster together. So yeah, Annabelle came up as a potential recommended for me when I was scrolling through the socials the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she is awesome, and Annabelle, if you're listening to this, I mean, it'd be awesome to have you on the show at some point before. I mean, yeah, we're looking to build up our women's division. I think you'd be an amazing fit for it.
So put it this way then: Annabelle, Mordecai, team horror, let's say, versus Princess and Caro, team glamour.
You're just looking at the pig, can't you?
That is exactly what I was going off. They could even share attire and props and whatever else, but just imagine the chaos in that match.
You just throw this out there, I don't know if it is just the fact that the bright pink is a big part of both of them, but
yeah, but he's quite a glamorous guy. I can see
Caro and Princess working.
I'm just picking the most famous. You've already picked Richard. Oh, Jimmy V, right? Jimmy V and Princess.
Jimmy V and Princess, okay.
Now that is Team Glamour.
I mean, both work if you ask me. I mean, Annabelle and Mordecai. I don't know if those two have ever met before. I don't even know if you could even pitch it to Mordecai.
I don't think they could even
work
together.
Ideas in front of that man. But yeah, I mean, Annabelle, if she was to ever join the TDW roster, I mean, this is very, very blue sky thinking again. But I think that would be awesome. Like Annabelle, she's very unsettling in the mind games that she plays with people. Again, very much leaning into the creepy horror.
Yeah, I'm not doing that backstage
side of things. And yeah, Mordecai is an absolute horror villain in himself. I mean, those two would on vibes alone, those two would match well.
This is why we're the board.
Oh, yeah, Mordecai and Annabelle, Caro and Princess, or Jimmy V and Princess both work. Hey, Caro and Jimmy V, I'll take that.
You know what? They can have 3 on that team.
You might need 3 just to take Mordecai.
One of them can be manager. If Jimmy's not recovered from his injury, he can be manager.
Do you know what? I thought I was onto something with my random fantasy picks, but mate, I think you've smashed that. And screw you for picking a name that isn't even on the roster. I didn't know that was an option.
Mate, that's the only one I know that doesn't wrestle for us. I think.
Ryan has one friend on Instagram that's not part of the TDW roster, and it's Annabelle, apparently.
No, she don't follow me back. Let's not be ridiculous. You know
To
what?
be fair,
I
again,
don't think I'd want them following me back. It would be too scary. Now that they can see what I'm doing.
I mean, talking about the women's matches as well. I mean, let's not forget. We go all the way back to show one for this one, but we have two other women on our roster that we're looking to get back in sooner rather than later, and those being in the form of Dominita and Mia Cortez, who put on an amazing match. I mean, so amazing they broke the ring. Let's never forget that at our first show.
Yeah.
I always say, anyone who sees the women's match as being, the toilet break match. No, they broke the ring.
Yeah, maybe because you shit yourself. You hear that ring break and you think something's going to come flying at me.
I mean, I'm just seeing pound signs in my eyes. But I mean, those two, we're hoping to get them back sooner rather than later. I mean, I think I'd love to see Mia versus Princess maybe, but also, again, just because I can only imagine the heavy hits that these two would do in a match together, I'd love to see Dominita versus Leia Elise.
Ooh,
Two big powerhouses in the ring.
Yeah, you would not want to get in the way of them two swinging for each other.
Absolutely not. And yeah, I mean, there's loads of matches that I think with the roster that we have at the moment, like there's loads of people who I'd love to see at some point get in together because I feel like they would just mesh so well together. They put on an amazing match, whether it just be a clash of vibes, whether that be a clash of styles, whether I feel like they're going to gel well, whatever it might be. I just really want to see some of these. And I'm hoping, if anything, I'm hoping that some people watch this and go, do you know what? I'm going to take him up on that. I'm going to have a pop at one of these people and see if I can get a rise out of them. So they have to book that match. Do it.
Yeah, please
Force
do.
my hand. Make me. Because I don't think I need much convincing with some of these.
No, I don't either. Especially if you want to hurt Ryan. That's even better.
But this is pure fantasy at this point. I mean, again, it all very much hinges on what happens at Slam by Me. Again, we've got some matches still to announce that are very much locked in. We've got other matches that are very much open. And that's before we account for what's going to happen in the matches on the day as well. Again, who's our champion going to be? Who's going to come up tops in the other matches? We don't know, and that's the beauty of it. And, the whole rest of the year could hinge off of that. But there is one more thing to say in terms of stuff that you can expect at Slam by Me before we start to wrap things up, and that is, we mentioned Princess a second ago. Princess, of course, made her TDW debut for us at Danger Zone in a great match with Leia Elise. It was a clash of second-generation wrestlers. They put on an awesome showing, and Princess managed to come out with the win, using Leia's momentum against her, getting the roll-up victory. I don't think it's over between those two if the words that were exchanged after the bell is anything to go by, but Leia Elise is not going to be at Slam by Me, purely just on diary alone. She will be at our next show, hopefully, assuming that nothing happens in the interim. That does mean, though, that Princess is in need of an opponent for Slam by Me, and she's looking to climb up the ranks and make a name for herself and prove that she belongs in that upper echelon. And to be fair, if you follow Princess' career, you know that's already true. So Princess is taking a leaf out of Leia Elise's book, and she is issuing her own open challenge for Slam by Me. So, if you are a independent women's wrestler in the UK or even abroad, or if you know someone who is, show them this and get in touch with us on the socials on Instagram. We are at Talk Dork Wrestling. Hey, comment a link at the bottom of this video on YouTube by all means as well. And yeah, we will pitch some names to Princess within the next week or so. And hey, I'm always willing to encourage this. Just drop a DM to Princess yourself. Cut out the middleman, why not? Because if she likes what you're saying, or if you get enough of a rise out of her, I'm sure. I'm one of those guys who, hey, if I can see that there's heat, if I can see that there's two people who want to get at each other's throats, I'm going to give you a ring to do that.
Even a little bit of friction will turn it into a full fire.
Absolutely. So yeah, any independent women's wrestlers, get in touch with either us or with Princess if you want to answer that challenge directly. And yeah, we will see who is going to officially be the answer to Princess's open challenge at Slam by Me. In the meantime, watch this space. Loads more announcements still to come. Follow us on the socials at Talk Dork Wrestling again. And again, you'll also see all the matches updated on the Eventbrite page where you can get your tickets. Again, link going to be in the description below. Until then, unless my co-board member, just the two of us, I kind of like it, 50%.
Exactly.
Unless my co-board member wants to add anything before we sign off. Laferde, any final words from you, bud?
Oh, I was going to say something so sarcastic, but I'm just going to leave it.
What a way to end.
Actually, no, I'm not. Fuck you, Parky. I'm glad you're gone.
And he's back. Not Parky, he's gone.
He's never coming back.
No, so that's the Laferde I know. He's back.
Never went away.
Guys, I've been Kurt. That's been the third. We'll see you later.
See you later. Do you like trees? Do you like cards? Do you like frogs? What about all three together? Because Ryan has got the place for you. Tell him, Ryan.
How is this you doing a promo for Tree Frog Grading, our partner that grades cards and then gives us a discount code? That was just you throwing it over to me.
Yeah, it's called delegation.
It's called you having this information in front of you for 2 years and never paying attention to it. That's what that is.
Yeah, is it on Braille on my screen? No, it's not.
Good point. Tree Frog Grading is a partner we've had for 2 years now, and you can still get your cards graded and use the code TWD15 for 15% off. That's treefroggrading.com. And don't forget, if they've got any other promotion running on the website, you can add our code on top of that to save yourself even more money. Laferde, it's as easy as that. Get your cards graded. Get your cards graded at a discounted price with the code TWD15, treefroggrading.com.
Ribbit.
Laferde, this is how you do a promo. You ready?
Well, when's someone going to turn up to show me how to do it?
Wow. I'll show you how to do it. Our friend JC has got his very own clothing range. It's called Graffiti WASHED. Laferde, you remember JC, don't you, when he came on the podcast?
I do, because we got a few messages and I thought, who is this guy?
Yeah, well, JC came on the podcast and he told us all about his clothing range, Graffiti WASHED. And with us, you can get 30% off by using the code TalksWithDorks30. Go check out his clothing range. It's fun, it's funky. Some people call it controversial. As long as you're talking about it, as long as you're buying it, and as long as you're wearing it. Graffiti WASHED, TalksWithDorks30 for 30% off. See? Easy as that, mate.
Speaking of controversial, it means you might be able to get some of your own clothes instead of wearing everyone else's.
Fair point. Who's watched back any of our TDW shows recently?
Watched them back. I've done nothing but. I'm the guy editing all of them.
No, where would we find it? YouTube or?
Oh, again, mate. Like, you're part of this podcast. How do you not know that we have a Patreon page? You've got content on there that you made.
Yeah, but I didn't know what I was doing. I couldn't see what I was doing.
It always goes back to the site. Kurt, you're quite good with this. Why don't you give Laferde the little rundown on how, where, and what is available on offer for him to get our Patreon page?
Kurt, do it in your announcer voice.
It is easy to find, even if you're visually challenged. And yes, I will do it in the announcer voice.
Get in.
Ladies and gentlemen, did you know that Talks with Dorks has its own Patreon page where you can find exclusive content recorded by our very own man who doesn't have a single clue what he's doing, the one and only Laferde. You can also see all of TDW's full wrestling events in all of their glory as they happen live with exclusive match commentary and behind the scenes and backstage interviews as well. Plus a whole heap more besides that. It's all available on the Talks with Dorks Patreon. Patreon.com/Talk Dork Podcast.
See, Laferde, if you could, you've been around for 2 years and you still can't make an effort like that at all.
Well, if I was a goose, I'd have bumps right now. Just hearing Kurt with that announcer voice is just worth pissing you off every week.
Really? And did you know, Laferde, that you don't even have to pay for the first month? We have got a link that will be down below that you can get the first month free.
It means at the bottom of the video, not Australia.
What did I say?
Down below.
That's down under.
Not up here, it's not.
Fair enough.
Please subscribe, we need the money.
Find us at patreon.com/Talk Dork Podcast. 1 month free if you click the link below.